Hey guys, I haven't made a video for very long, past my last E74 fix video, but I had another problem with my Xbox, and I figured I would try to fix it myself and show you guys how to do the same. Well, the problem I'm having right now is not having a battery pack for my Xbox 360 controller. If I had them around, I would show you, but I have three dead rechargeable battery packs. We all know how shitty those are, how well they don't work. So I'm basically going to show you how to take an Xbox 360 controller without the regular battery pack and show you how to use it or kind of rig it so you can do that. As you can see here, there's no battery pack on this 360 controller. So what you're going to need is obviously a controller. You're also going to need some type of electrical tape, very similar to this. You're going to need 4 pennies, just regular old pennies. And then you're going to need, of course, 2 AA batteries, fresh ones, and a pair of scissors. So basically how this is going to work is you're going to take your Xbox 360 controller and your 2 batteries right here. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, which way both these batteries go in, but I'm going to do it a certain way based on how I've done it before. So you're going to take the negative side of one battery and put it down against. It'll kind of just sit in there, you know. Of course, it's not a complete seal, that's why we're doing it, but you're going to take the other battery and you're going to flip it so it goes in you know, whatever opposite of the other battery. So they're going to be kind of loose. That's just to be expected. Basically, the pennies are going to be acting as a way to not only keep these batteries in, but also to keep the 2 batteries, or have them conduct electricity between the two. That's basically all the plastic piece on the back of the controller does, is just has a strip that runs these 2 together because they're already connected at the bottom. So most videos will say use 3 pennies, but I'm going to use 4 because it's a snugger fit and you're able to fit all the stuff in there and, you know, not have to worry about it falling out. So I'm going to go take these 2 batteries right here and these 4 pennies, and you're just going to start sliding the pennies in the top where the battery pack would be normally. So the first one goes in pretty easily, the second one as well, and then the third and the fourth are a little bit of a squeeze, but you can get it in. The third one's pretty easy. And basically what you're going to want to do is try to keep these pennies the batteries connected by using the pennies. So we have 3 in right now, and then we're going to have to try to kind of cram this fourth one in. What you're going to want to do is push down on the batteries against the springs, and you should be able to get these in. So basically you want it near the center, a little bit to the right, obviously, because the one battery has the plus side with the little thing sticking out. But you want it in there pretty secure. They're going to stick out a little bit, and you're going to want the pennies touching both of the metal tops of the batteries. If you can see, there's 4 pennies in there. They're in there securely. They're keeping the batteries in there pretty snug, and they're conducting electricity between the 2. I believe so. It's my bro science. But after this, you can see they're in pretty snug. They're not moving. They're not falling out. So you're going to want to put your controller down, and this is where you're going to want to get your electrical tape. You're going to want to cut 2 pretty short strips that are going to go across the battery pack, and those are going to hold the batteries themselves in, just for some added protection. It's in there pretty securely already, but you know, things get intense, and when people start throwing controllers and, you know, getting pissed because they got killed by some aimbot noob, you know, you're going to want to have some way to keep the battery in. So there's the first strip of electrical tape. I'm going to go ahead and cut a second, very similar length, and put that over the top of the battery pack. That way we're going to keep those batteries in there real snug. So just kind of, you know, run your fingernail along the crease, make sure it's in there real good, sits well. Electrical tape does a pretty good job of, you know, holding up. So as you can see, pretty easy to do. They're in there securely, nothing crazy. Now this last part we're going to do is take a longer strip and put it from the bottom to the top over the penny so that stays in. Again, this is pretty snug with 4 pennies, a little bit better than 3 that most people recommend, but we're going to cut that final strip and make sure that it's all secure and ready to go. So again, you might have to experiment with the length of the strips, but you can always just go over a little bit, as I am with this one. I'm going to put this directly over the end of the penny and underneath the battery pack. Again, not the best way to go about fixing your Xbox controller, but it's a way that works, and we're going to test it out. And as you can see, it is working. So whoever's on my Xbox right now is going to get a nice little surprise. But that's basically it. That's how you get your Xbox 360 controller to work without having a battery pack. Be sure to check out my other videos. I'm going to have a few more coming out on cool DIY things to fix your Xbox so you don't have to spend money and give it back to Microsoft who stole it from you in the first place already. So have a good day, guys. Thanks.